Okay, good morning. It is somewhere around July 7th or 8th, and we are sitting in our library first thing in the morning. And we haven't done one of these podcasts in quite a long time. And we have a squirming puppy on our couch, so we'll see how that goes. Our big, really terribly sad news is that our dog Pepper died about 2 weeks ago. And we do have a puppy who is keeping us distracted and busy, that's for sure. This is the Alzheimer's Chronicles with Bella and Will. And Bella is fiddling with the puppy, so I'm not sure I'm going to actually be able to get her to talk, but maybe.
Hi, I do have a very wiggly dog on my lap. His name is Ringo, and he's blonde, and he is a biter. He's a tiny little biter, but he's a biter. And we love him very much. He knows how to get in bed, and he does these dives off my bed into his giant dog bed, and he slides when he does that. Yes, he's very adept at many things.
So,
like biting.
Ringo's a good companion during the day. For a while, I was working from home because of the pandemic, and I'd run down and say hi and refill my coffee every 20 or 30 minutes. But now I'm back in the office, so Bella again has long stretches where she's not with any other human being during the day, but probably even busier than before with the canine factor.
Yes, and he's very sweet. He's all white, which is my first all white dog. I've never had a white dog. Every dog I've ever had has been black. And this guy is completely white and has pointy ears. He's nothing like Pepper, and Pepper was wonderful. He'll get that way, I'm sure. But he bites everything. He's very happy. He's like a kangaroo. He jumps around. And he has lots of things to chew on and make noises with. And he does it all the time. And he seems to be afraid of the television. When I went upstairs for the night, I turned the TV on. And he freaked out like there was some, magical thing that happened when the TV came on. So, ouch. Wait. Here, baby. Take this and stop biting Mommy. Here. There you go. There. But it's really funny when the TV comes on, he gets really freaked out. He gets used to it after a little bit, but okay, enough. Come on, let me have my hand. Oh.
So, yeah, I'm not sure what we're going to say this morning. I kind of have gotten out of the habit of doing these.
Yeah.
And I guess, I don't know. I don't know where we stand on the whole Alzheimer's progression, feeling about dealing with the disease, so on and so forth.
It hasn't gone away, if that's what you're wondering. It's still here. And, it's difficult. Life is very difficult when you have a disease like this. You really can't function the same way that you did prior to the disease. And it's kind of, hard. It's a hard life, as they say. I can't find things. I can't remember where I put things. I'm not even sure if I had the thing. So it can be difficult. And one thing that I had that made me feel normal was my older dog that recently died. And she was the most wonderful dog in the world. And she was always with me and always laid on my feet. But she died. So we got another dog, and for some reason we got this yappy white, annoying dog in place of her. He's actually very funny. If I videotaped him, I probably could get a movie made out of him because he's just so energetic and he's so funny. He like runs around. It's like he runs and stops and runs back the same way, and he's just like a ball of energy. But I think he's very sweet. I don't care that he bites me and chews on my thumb and stuff like that. The funniest thing he does is we have a pretty high bed, and I have to put him on it. He can't get up on it by himself. And we have this gigantic donut bed. It's probably 3 feet by 3 feet. And when he wants something, he dives off the big bed and dives into his donut bed, and that's how he gets off the bed. But because we have wooden floors, it slides a bit. It's pretty funny. Will you stop biting me? Yeah.
So that's I don't think I've heard you say that way before. That's pretty interesting. That it's a tough life, that having the disease is hard, and that you have this consciousness of not being able to keep track of things and not being able to remember stuff. I think always before you would say, well, I'm doing good, and I walk my dog, and I do this and do that. I mean, I wonder if it was Pepper's dying that made you feel more keenly, the symptoms of your disease.
Well, she was my best friend for 14 years, and she took good care of me. She was a very intelligent, very sweet dog, and very protective. And this little guy that we have now is spending most of his time trying to eat me. And I do get very emotional about my former dog. She and I had been together for years. And she was known as the dog of the neighborhood because I walked her all the time and everybody recognized her. And people have said to me, where's your dog? And it just makes it really hard because he's gone. She's gone. And she and I had been together for 14 years. That's longer than most marriages last. I think he has...
Maybe.
I think he has to go out, honey.
Okay, maybe he does.
I'll take him out.
I'll pause it.
Okay.
So this is our Alzheimer's Chronicles, July 8th, Part 2, or July 7th, not sure which. But our new dog, Ringo is his name, about 11 weeks old, has gone outside. So things might be a little calmer. He's prowling around on the lawn, and we are on the couch and talking about our situation. So I was just saying that I hadn't heard you really say before how much you felt and how hard it was for you to be sick with Alzheimer's.
Of course, it's very hard. It's very difficult. It's frustrating. And it makes you feel paranoid because you're not normal. Everybody else is normal and you're not normal. And it makes you a little paranoid, like, am I doing something that makes people think I'm crazy? Hi, baby.
Now the dog has re-entered the room.
It's like you don't have the same connections with people that you have when you have your Alzheimer's. It's just not the same. Don't chew my chair.
How is it different?
Well, for one thing, it's it's hard to communicate because with your brain being all screwed up, things come and go really quickly. And having a conversation with someone who doesn't know that you have Alzheimer's, they don't know that, and you're talking to them, and things come in and out constantly in your brain. Like, I'll be thinking about one thing and I'll say something else because I'm thinking about that one thing, and it makes and I know it sounds like it sounds like I'm mental because I am. But I think that, to be honest, most people understand that as much as they can.
Do you notice when you're talking to people that there seems to be something in their face that makes you think, oh, they're thinking there's something wrong with me?
I don't feel that way because I don't think it's not something I did. If it's something I brought on myself, I'd probably feel like I'm an idiot for bringing it on myself, but I didn't. It's not something that I asked for or I enjoy having.
Yeah. So you don't feel like people are treating you different?
I don't think about that. I don't think about if people are treating me different.
It's just that you have a sort of a hard time connecting, or the connection's different when you're talking with people?
No, to be honest, I try to be as normal as a person can be. And even before Alzheimer's, I was very quirky. You would know that as much as anybody.
That's true.
I've always been a very quirky person. And so Alzheimer's is just part of that quirkiness. And I'm not, like, I can remember things as almost as well as before Alzheimer's. It's not that I forget things. Yes, I do forget things, but it doesn't interrupt things. For one thing, with Alzheimer's, you will forget something, but you'll remember it shortly thereafter.
Right.
So it's not like, I never, if, something happens, say, for example, somebody came to the house and dropped off a package, and I said hi, whatever, to the postal guy, and then he leaves. I don't forget that. That's not something I'm like, oh, where did that package come from? I don't remember that. That doesn't happen to me. I remember a lot of stuff. It's only in certain circumstances that I really have like these inside mental meltdowns that other people don't recognize, especially my husband. I try very hard to keep that off him. But I do.
Oh, you mean you have stuff going on that's like what do you mean by an inside mental meltdown?
It's like if something's going on, I don't necessarily share it with you. Mm-hmm. If something's going on inside of me, I don't necessarily share that with you because there's no point. I am a person who has Alzheimer's. And no matter sharing or not, it's not going away. The only way it's going to go away is when I die. So there's no point in making, when certain things happen that I know it's like I'm having an Alzheimer's moment. It's just like I'm prepared for that. I know that's going to happen. And it does happen, and I have had to deal with it. No, he's eating a wire. Sorry.
Here, take this and keep talking.
Okay. This dog is new and lovely, and I adore him, but he is a puppy, and he has... Did he bite that?
Yep.
Oh, he is a menace.
He just bit through the phone wire.
Oh, that's a bummer. We have to, put him someplace where he can put him outside.
Well, you did, but you left the door open.
Well, I don't want to lock him out so I can't see him. He's a baby still. Well, who needs a phone? We have cell phones. We don't need it. Anyway. Oh my God. Oh, he's so adorable. He has a big piece of telephone wire following him from his mouth. He's just a puppy, honey. Remember that. He's just a baby. He's doing what dogs do when they're babies. He's never given that wire back to you, just so you know. Now, it's dangerous. You're a bad little monkey man.
So we're dealing with some major interruptions here.
But that's what life is all about. Is that, we got a new puppy. He's very rambunctious and very, troublesome to some extent. But I wouldn't trade him for anything. He's lovely. He's a sweet little boy, and he's got lots of energy, and he totally adores us. He sleeps next to me, cuddled up next to me in bed. And he's a puppy. Puppies do that. They chew things, and they don't let him chew it, though, honey. Don't actually really let him chew it. Give him a squeaky toy. Yeah. Don't be a bad boy, buddy. It's good. He's a puppy. That's what puppies do. They do bad things. But they don't know they're being bad. They just think they're being funny. Hi, baby. So I don't even know where we were at.
You were talking about this awareness. So, what's interesting to me is when I see you interact with people, I see that, you are different in that you tend to be like less self-conscious. You're like more outgoing. You're just kind of, I don't know, spontaneous. I think a little more than you were before Alzheimer's with strangers. You just like be really friendly and spontaneous.
Well, I have nothing to lose. I'm already losing. I'm already on the losing side. So if I say or do something that doesn't sound right after I've done and said it, it doesn't matter to me. I don't, if people judge me, they judge me. I don't care.
Yeah.
I know that I have a disease that's going to kill me early, and I'm not going to live to like 83 like all my family members have. But, which is weird. It's like I'm the only one in my family that has Alzheimer's. The only one. Which is kind of strange in my opinion. You'd think that there'd be more of us out there in our family group, because it's a big family. But thus far, I'm the only person who has Alzheimer's. I'm not sure because of strange situations. I'll take this. What's he doing? Oh my gosh. He's so funny. He's an inquisitive little boy.
Okay. Maybe we better sign off. Signing off from Puppy Central before someone electrocutes himself.
Oh, stop.